Sportsnet News tonight.
Canucks continue their road trip with a game in Ottawa. An adventurous night for Vancouver's Dan Cloutier. It featured a shot to the head and a rob job on Big Zed. Fight night in Calgary as the Flames and Avalanche, they duke it out at the Saddle Dome. Something to shout about. An all-around effort by Toronto's Owen Nolan, who was just peachy in Georgia. A Zimmer of hope for our Ranger reliever. Turkey with tuna. Thanksgiving Day action in Dallas where something smelled fishy. Don't be upset, Brett. It's Thanksgiving Day, and you certainly did your share of giving. An invention that gives new meaning to the phrase red light district. Some advice when visiting the Queen: don't wear a plant on your head. Sportsnet News, it is next.
From the Sportsnet studios, here is Don Taylor.
All right, good evening, everyone. I'm Don Taylor. This is the news. The Canucks snapped a 5-game road losing streak with Tuesday's 5-2 win in Montreal. Tonight, a tougher task as the Canucks were in Ottawa, where they had come away victorious just once in their last 7 visits. Mark Crawford and the Canucks leading the league with 13 wins and 30 points coming in. Off the opening faceoff, Trevor Linden sends in Magnus Arvidsson all alone. Oh, wouldn't that have been a nice return to Ottawa for Magnus? 3 minutes left in the first. Brent Sopel's point shot stopped by the lane. Loose puck in the slot. And finally it goes in. Somewhere in there. Some controversy. They went upstairs. As we take another look, you saw the puck go in off Mike Keene's skate. No kicking motion. 1-0 Vancouver. Dan Cloutier, 11 saves in the first period. We're in the second. A Radek bonk hits Cloutier in the head here. The shot peeling the paint off his mask, revealing New York blue here. Remember, Dan used to play for the Rangers. That's an old lid. Opening ticks of the second. Danny Sedin give and go with Henrik. Daniel with his first goal in 13 games. 2-0 for the visitors. Scary moment. Havlat's stick hits Merrick Malik in the face. Merrick would leave the game bloodied, but big number 8 would return. Ottawa attacks. Daniel Alfredsson spinning and shooting. Redirected by Peter Schaefer. And that feels good for the old Canuck. Schaefer sends trail 2-1. Just under a minute later, Vancouver can't clear. Bouncing puck goes to Jason Spezza in the slot. Ugly defense by Vancouver. High glove on Cloutier, 2-2, third period. Sends press, loose puck in the slot. Schaefer is stopped. Then Todd White will hit the post. Yeah, as we check it out, that was extremely close. At the other end now, Henrik Sedin will find Jason King in the slot. Paps Lalime with the Lalimian denial, still tied at 2 in overtime. Daniel Alfredsson comes out from behind the net, cross the crease to Zdeno Chara. He scores. No, he doesn't. Dan Cloutier with the enormous save. That inspires the Canucks. Off the faceoff in this OT. Sammy Salo's shot is stopped. Loose puck in the slot. Marcus Naslund is there. You know, I'm thinking like Keane. Marcus used his foot to put that thing in, but it counts. Canucks with 2 straight wins on the road. They edge the Senators 3-2. Canucks win for just the second time in their last 8 trips to Ottawa. Dan Cloutier records his 100th career win. Sens have now allowed the first goal in 11 straight games. That extends a club record. Let's hear from the hero.
When you play competitive teams and when the games are fairly tight, usually the goals are going to be decided by an ugly one, or a rebound or a deflection or something like that. So we're fortunate that we came up with a win tonight.
The 4-on-4 at the end was really entertaining. You know, they've got so much skill, and we've got a lot of skill as well. And you knew that it was going to be chance, and then counterattack chance, and that's pretty much the way it was. And we got the break.
One is better than nothing, or 0 points, I guess. But we had our chances to win it. You know, they get a good break at the end to win it, but hard-fought game. I thought both teams, you know, used their skill, created a lot of chances, and both goals played pretty good.
We wanted to play good defense for sure. You know, they got a good skilled team, and we can't let them have chances all the time. So we wanted to play a good defensive game.
All right, Canucks to wrap up this road trip Saturday in Calgary. They then have 4 days between games before hosting those Flames a week from tonight. That contest, which kicks off a 5-game homestand, will be aired on Sportsnet Pacific. The S-Pack Canucks welcome the Wild on Saturday, December the 6th, followed by the Penguins, maybe Mario, maybe not, on Tuesday the 9th. Our power poll tonight, remember, the Ottawa Senators have been pretty disappointing to start the season, considering they were, at the beginning anyway, Stanley Cup contenders. Of course, that could all change, but we ask you right now, which NHL team has been the most disappointing so far this season? Is it the Senators, or Dallas, Washington, Colorado, Minnesota, or Anaheim? Remember, big things were expected of the Avalanche. You want to take part, cast your vote at sportsnet.ca. Saturday on Hockey Central, catch rookie Jason King and veteran Mike Keane, the Canucks' odd couple. These guys have become good buds. They share everything from cab rides to decaf lattes.
You're buying coffee every morning?
No, well, no, we rotate, but for some reason when he buys, he always has these coupons that he gets 2 for 1, or you know, since he's such a big shot around town now, he gets free coffee and I have to buy for mine. So, but that'll change.
Looks good, doesn't it? Tune in for Mike and Jason, along with a preview of the Canucks and Flames on Hockey Central, Saturday at 3 p.m. Pacific time. Bad news for the Colorado Avalanche. Peter Forsberg hasn't laced them up since November 9th because of a stomach muscle pain. Turns out that pain could be a sports hernia, something that would require surgery. Doctors have told Peter to rest for a couple of weeks. If Forsberg goes under the knife, he could be gone for 2 to 3 months.
Early in the season, he came back from it once and irritated enough to pull him off again. And right now, we're waiting for him to get to be 100%. And he's making progress, and hopefully, we'll have him back in there soon. It's indefinite. I don't think we can look at it any other way than that. And the bottom line is, we want him back 100%. We don't want to rush him into anything.
Okay, so the Forsberg-less Avalanche taking on the Flames. Flames looking to extend their season-high win streak to 4. First period on the power play as Sean Donovan speeds in, fake shoots, and scores. Tied at 1. Sean Donovan, they call him Mellow Yellow. Second period, tied at 2. Calgary power play. Carrick Conroy to Jordan Leopold. Leopold! 3-2 Flames. Colorado answers on the power play. Joe Sakic. Top shelf for Dad keeps the Swanks. Tied at 3. Another Flames power play. Timo Solani strips Kiprasov, takes his time. The mesh ripples. 4-3 Avs after 2. Third period, Flames come up flying. Stefan Yell, his shot is stopped, but Oleg Saprikin gobbles up the rebound. His second of the game, tied at 4. 5-4 Avs, but the Flames give him credit. They don't quit. McGinley back to Andrew Ferentz, shot in the goal. Game tied at 5. We're going to overtime, folks. Alex Tanguay with a nice feed to the ex-Flame Derek Morris scores. That's your winner. Derek Morris victimizing his old buddies, the Avalanche, shading the Flames 6-5. Flames suffer their first loss in 4. All of them one-goal games, by the way, one-goal results. Avs avoid losing their 3rd straight for the first time since last January. Alex Tanguay had 3 assists in this contest. He takes sole possession of the NHL scoring lead. Got your Leafs, got your Thrashers. New 3rd jersey for the Thrashers. Same color scheme as my parents' 1970s bathroom. Leafs looking for their 3rd consecutive win, starting life without Alexander Mogilny. First period, Matt Stajan forces the turnover. Harold Drupen to Owen Nolan. 1-0 Leafs on Owen Nolan's 5th of the campaign. 2.5 minutes later, Leafs power play comes to an end. Darcy Tucker give and go with stage end. Tucker beats Nurminen. 8th straight goal given up by Atlanta. 2-0 Leafs after 1. Late second, Brian Marchment charges into Mark Savard. Savard goes down. He had to be helped off, but would be okay. Another Marchment victim. Hartley doesn't like it. 3rd period, scrum develops. This is strange. Darcy Tucker has Mark Savard in a headlock. Lower right of your screen. Savard, he bites his hand. You ever smell a hockey glove? Much less taste one? I'm thinking Savard got the worst of this. I don't know what Tucker's complaining about. Owen Nolan would add an empty net goal. Toronto takes it by a score of 3-1. Maybe he thought it was a drumstick. It is, Thanksgiving Day down there in the States. Leafs win their third in a row. Leafs score the first goal for the sixth straight game. Thrashers lose their second straight. Owen Nolan records his second multi-goal game of the season. Kings in Phoenix. Ladislav Nagy leading the Coyotes with 10 goals coming in. Man, those uniforms are nice. He adds to that total early, 2-on-1. Nagy give and go with Shane Doe. Nagy. That's nice. 1-0 Coyotes, making 11 goals for the Nagman. Second period, Kings with pressure in front of Sean Burke. Luc Robitaille locates Michael Camilleri. Oh, look like Eddie Joyal there. Tied at 2. Less than a minute later, L.A. with more heat. John Sim takes a shot and scores. 3-2 Kings, just like that. Midway through the second now. Damon as in Langkow. Out front to the Nagman again. Ladislav Nagy, his 12th, second of the game. 3-3. Third period, half a minute in. 4-3 Coyotes. Again, it's Ladislav Nagy. His first career hat trick. Those 3 goals, the most ever in an NHL game by a player named Ladislav. They go on to win it by a score of 6-4. Do the Desert Dogs. Luc Robitaille records his 700th career assist on Camilleri's second period goal. Johnny Busick's 813 assists and 1,369 points are the most ever by a left wing. Coyotes win for the first time in 8 meetings against the Kings.
The Kia Hockey Wrap-Up Report, brought to you by Kia. Come out ahead.
All right, in baseball, Canadian pitcher Jeff Zimmerman is ready to make a comeback. Zimmerman, an Alberta product with BC ties, hasn't pitched a big league game since 2001. The Texas Rangers reliever underwent elbow surgery last year and is now getting ready for spring training. Zimmerman was given a clean bill of health last month. He's ready to start throwing a baseball again and expects to challenge Francisco Cordero for the Rangers' closer role. Jeff made the AL All-Star team back in '99 and converted 28 of 31 save opportunities in 2001. Best of luck to Jeff. He's a great guy. Up next, what fish ruled the seas on American Thanksgiving, dolphins or tuna? We'll see who is kicking up a grand old time on American Thanksgiving. And a look ahead to the Subway Bowl. We focus on the Hanson Hurricanes.
Darren Millard and Mike Joe, weeknights at 10 on Sportsnet News. Are you spending your work hours surfing sportsnet.ca? No? Well, you should. News, stats, discussion forums, great contests. It's much, much better than work.
Before you move. SOCOM 2, U.S. Navy SEALs, rated M for mature.
Objective completed.
How to dress to impress. Crown Royal.
The 2004 SI sedan has arrived. Get in.
How to dress to impress. Crown Royal.
All right, Marcus Naslund scores the winner in overtime. Vancouver over Ottawa 3-2. The Canucks snatching victory from the jaws of defeat. Dan Cloutier with his 100th career win. We go back now to the bowels of the Corral Center and Dan Murphy.
Thanks, guys. Daniel, first question I'll ask you is the 2 points obviously the most important. It doesn't matter how it came around to get it, but you guys got the victory.
I know that was the most important thing. I think we played a good game. End of second was so-so, but the other 3 players we played great. 2
great offensive teams, but it was defense first tonight for both squads, wasn't it?
Yeah, we wanted to play good defense for sure. We know they got a good skilled team, and we can't let them have chances all the time. So we wanted to play a good defensive game.
Your third of the season gave the Canucks a 2-0 lead. How did it look from your angle?
That was a great pass by Henrik. I just tried to get it to the net, and lucky got in.
Well, you'll see it here. Jason King on it as well. You just drove to the net and got the stick on it?
Yeah, exactly. It was a hard pass by Henrik, so I just had to redirect it.
This has not been an easy building to win in for the Vancouver Canucks. Just 2 wins now in the last 8 trips. What makes that Ottawa team so tough?
I know. Like I said, they have a skilled team, and when they have their goalie going too, it's a tough building to play in. But today I think we played a good game.
Did you think Zdeno Chara had ended it there in overtime?
Yeah, it was a great save by Kluge, so that was big.
Daniel Sedin, his third of the season, gave the Canucks a 2-0 lead. Marcus Naslund's third for the Canucks of the game gave them the win.
Good job, Murph. The BC Lions have signed defensive back Tony Walker to a contract extension. Walker has spent the last 2 CFL seasons at BC. He finished last year with 29 tackles, 3 knockdowns. Combine that with some fine special teams play, and the fact Tony did an excellent job filling in for injured corner Bo Lewis, and you can understand why Wally Buono wanted him back. You got to wonder what the NFL schedule makers were thinking when they set up this week for the Miami Dolphins. The Dolphins beat Washington Sunday, and we're not talking Sunday afternoon here. We're talking Sunday night. That's significant because it decreased the Dolphins' already short prep time with today's Thanksgiving encounter in Dallas against the Cowboys. Jay Fiedler making his first start since October 19th. Bill Parcells and co. tied with the Eagles for the NFC East lead. Second quarter, 10-0 Fins. Richie Anderson, 4-yard touchdown, 10-7 as Big D gets on the board. Dolphins answer. Fiedler to Chris Chambers, 39 yards. He's got it. 17-7. Miami wearing the retro 70 Dolphins uniforms. Cowboys come right back. Quincy Carter, Richie Anderson, screen pass, 27 yards, 17-14. Miami at that point, late second. Fiedler looks sharp, complete to Chris Chambers. Speaking of looking sharp, how about that touchdown? What concentration. What athleticism. 23-14 Fins at the half. Third quarter, again, Q Carter gets stripped. Jason Taylor, the big guy, with speed, going 34 yards for the touchdown. 30-14, Miami. Third quarter, Fiedler locating Chris Chambers. What a game for Chris Chambers. Old uniforms there. It looks like Paul Warfield today. 35 yards for the score. 37-14 Dolphins. Tuna beaten by the Fish. Dolphins take it 40-21. Dolphins improved to 4-1 on Thanksgiving Day. Ricky Williams piled up 104 yards on 31 carries and surpassed the 1,000-yard mark for the 4th consecutive season. Jay Fiedler's rushing TD was his 10th career most by a Dolphins quarterback. Packers in Detroit. Brett Favre led the Packers to 6 straight wins over the Lions. Pick it up second quarter, 10-0. Is that Randorf there? 10-0 Detroit. Favre finds Bubba Franks. Nice catch by the Bobster before going out of bounds. Packers trail 10-7. Third quarter, now 13-7 Detroit. Favre airs it out to Javon Walker. He makes the catch, 45 yards. Packers come back to take the lead. It's 14-13. Brett's jacked. Fourth quarter, Favre looking for Walker again. It is complete, but he can't hang on to it. Terrence Holt recovers the fumble for Detroit. 16-14 Lions, that led to a field goal. Next Green Bay possession. Favre loses the ball. Detroit recovers, leading to another 3-pointer. 19-14 Detroit. in their nice old retro uniforms. Love the fact there's no white on the socks there. More trouble for Favre, picked off by Dre Bly. Another Detroit field goal. It would lead to 22-14. Late fourth, Favre looking deep, downfield, airing it out. It's complete to Doug Evans. Unfortunately, Doug plays for the Lions. That would be it for Green Bay. Horrible, horrible outing for Brett Favre. 22-14, the final. Favre ties Forrest Gregg's team record by playing in his 187th consecutive game. It was also Brett's 185th straight start, extending his NFL record. Joey Harrington, a relation to Joey Hetherington, finishes 21 of 32 for 183 with an interception for the victorious Lions. In high school football, as we told you last night, the BC AAA Final, also known as the Subway Bowl, Craig Cheeseman, goes Saturday at BC Place as the St. Thomas More Knights tangle with the Rick Hansen Hurricanes. Last night, we profiled the favored Knights. Tonight, it's the Hurricanes' turn, and although the Canes will enter as underdogs, keep in mind, the core of this team has all sorts of big game experience after winning last year's provincial JV title. Scotty the Shermanator Rintoul has more from Abbotsford.
When you're a first-year head coach of a team with no superstars and half of your starters are in grade 11, it's supposed to be a learning year for everyone.
I didn't believe that. I don't think the kids believe that either, because we had a great core of grade 12 kids coming up, or returning this year, and the solid group of grade 11 kids that some great size, and we believed that we would be there.
Everybody underestimated us and thought next year would be our good year, but look what we've done this year, right? Our grade 12s have really stepped it up and done a good job, and so have our grade 11s, and it's been a good year.
This team's all about team, and the personal accolades and the personal press that some of the guys have received. Well, you know what, they're kind of shrugged it off, and you know what, we're a team, we're a family here.
Now, it goes without saying that in the ultimate team sport, you have to have a good team to make a championship game. But the fact that there really are no individuals on this Rick Hansen squad was emphasized even further this week when no Hurricanes players were selected for the provincial all-star team.
No one on our team got a Pepsi All-Star, but we'd all be getting an award if they had team All-Stars. For teams as a whole, we'd all be getting the award.
We play together as 11 guys, and there's no standouts, and it just compliments on our core as a team.
You don't have that shining star, or the bright, and we didn't get any Pepsi All-Stars, and it shows that it's more of it maybe as a team, a balanced attack, a team effort.
But sometimes stars are made in the playoffs, and that seems to be the case with Jacob Dirksen. The 6'6" receiver has dominated the Hurricanes' last two playoff games, and he's sure to receive some extra attention from St. Thomas More this week.
Well, if they shut down Jacob Dirksen, then we got Trevor Vandy Kirkhoff on the other side to go to, or we'll run, or Ryan Gill even keep it if he wants.
We tended to be like a running team at the start of the year, but we just started throwing with the conditions we have in the dome, and everything's working out good.
At the beginning of the year, people were saying we're a fluke team, and wow, like you guys are gonna lose sooner or later, and we proved to everybody that we can play along with them.
Scott Rintoul, Sportsnet, Abbotsford.
You can see Rick Hansen battle it out with STM right here on Sportsnet Pacific on Saturday. Move aside, Keith Jackson. Scotty Rintoul doing the play-by-play. It's the Subway Bowl from BC Place. It starts at 7 p.m. Pacific. Coming up on Sportsnet News, he's retiring, but Zoe is going to cost Mo. The Knicks try to do something difficult, slow down the pace. And did the WHL send Russia off with love in the finale of the Remax Challenge?
Watch for Canadian Club Best Shots in Sportsnet's regional hockey games. And join the Canadian Club Best Shots Club at Sportsnet.ca. And tell us what plays you think should be in the following week's segment for your chance to win great prizes. Brought to you by Canadian Club. No purchase necessary, must be legal drinking age.
These are the gravity boots from Ratchet & Clank Going Commando, and Lou here is going to try and walk up this wall. Go, Lou.
Don't turn it all the way up.
Hey! Dude, I thought you know how to work that thing. Is that him? No, that is a plane!
Gravity boots, one of 51 weapons and gadgets not fit for this world. Rated T for teen.
This Christmas, check the Canadian Tire Flyer to find great gift ideas for dads who don't want to get stuck, like the new Mastercraft Grab-It.
Are you stuck with damaged screws you can't get out? The unique double-ended design of the Grab-It allows you to remove almost any screw. First, select the size you need, fit it on a drill, and out it comes. But for really stubborn screws, change ends and see why the Grab-It is unique. With the opposite end, you can clean and smooth the damaged screw head to help you achieve a secure grip. Turn it back over and take out just about anything.
Maybe screws, but this is a bolt.
Ah, for bolts, there's the Mastercraft Extracted, specifically made for removing rounded or rusted nuts and bolts. Place it on the bolt, then use a wrench, pliers, or ratchet, and you're ready. The socket's unique spiral cutting teeth bite into the metal for a non-slip grip. You'll always find your way out.
Mastercraft Grab-It, only $19.99, and the Mastercraft Extracted, only $29.99. Great gift ideas for any do-it-yourselfer, only at Canadian Tire.
Welcome back, everybody. The Canada-Russia challenge hasn't been much of a challenge, at least not for our country. The Russians went into tonight's game in Brandon with a 1-4 record against Canada's best juniors. But keep in mind, this Russian lineup is considered inferior to the Russian lineup we'll see at next month's World Championships. Rustam Sidikov getting his first start in net for the Russians on this tour. It looked shaky early, though. Jeremy Williams to Tyler Redenbach. He popcorns one in, 1-0 dub. Less than a minute later, Tyler Redenbach. The Derek Meats of the Red Deer Rebels, the Mesh Ripples. 2-0 dub. The All-Stars don't let up. Now 3-0. Clark MacArthur centers to Adam Corshane to the Vancouver Giants. 4-0 WHL after one period. After the Selects made it 4-1. Adam Corshane again out front to Dion Phaneuf of the Rebels. 5-1 All-Stars. They go on to thump the Russians 7-1. Now, Canada's top junior hockey players will soon be heading to selection camp. Last year, Canada lost that gold medal heartbreaker to the Russians. This year, the tournament is in Finland, and Rogers Sportsnet will bring you a sneak preview of all the action. Here's what we mean. Sportsnet will broadcast 3 exhibition games featuring the Canadian squad. On December 14th and 15th, we'll have the Canadian junior team before they make their final cuts, taking on the Ontario College All-Stars. That is in Kitchener, Ontario. And on December 21st, we will broadcast an exhibition game between Canada and Sweden from Stockholm. The Indiana Pacers, winners of 12 of their first 14, went into tonight's home game against the Knicks with the NBA's best record. On top of that, the Pacers, who had won their last 3 meetings with the Knicks, had a chance to beat New York 4 straight times for the first time in 23 long years. Ron Artest and the Pacers sporting the old ABA retro jerseys. Thumbs up. Knicks, Allen Houston in Indiana, first quarter. Jermaine O'Neal, one-handed Jamalama ding-dong. Pacers up 8 late in the first. O'Neal gets his own rebound. Dunkage over to Kemby. Pacers up 7 after 1. Second quarter, again, it is Jermaine O'Neal feeding Ron Artest for the lay-in. Pacers up 12 at the break. Third quarter now. More from Ron Artest. Artest keeping it in bounds. He gets it to O'Neal. Drives, jump hook, and 1. Pacers up 19. They win it 93-70 for Indiana. Their 7th straight win, as they do indeed beat New York 4 straight times. Nets and Clippers. Jason Kidd coming off that triple-double against Seattle. Second quarter. Here's Jason. The alley, Kerry Kittles, oopage. Nets up 6. A few moments later, again, it is Jason Kidd. Lobs it up, Kittles, and it was a gorgeous move. Nets lead by 12, third quarter. Clippers stayed in it off the miss. Chris Wilcox, monster! Over Kmart. Clippers trail by 6 then. Redrag Robniak with the miss. Corey Maggette, big rebound. Two-handed slammage. Clippers down 2. The Nets would answer. Jason Kidd running the floor. Jason Kidd, wall to wall. Nets back up 9. They go on to win 102-99. 96. Get this. The New Jersey Nets will have to pay Alonzo Mourning $22.6 million over the next 4 years because they were unable to insure the guaranteed contract due to the center's kidney disease. The added financial blow comes just months after the Nets spent almost $30 million to buy out the contract of Dikembe Mutombo. The Nets cannot remove Zoe from their salary cap until July 2005 at the earliest. Man, is that going to hurt or what? Up next, another gander at the Canucks' OT win against Ottawa. Be sure to stick around for some biting action in the Leafs-Thrashers tilt. And like Debbie Boone, this net could light up your life.
How to dress to impress. Crown Royal.
No one knows Buckley's like the people who use it. So we thought who better to help us answer a few letters.
Dear Buckley's, my wife and I have a bet we need you to settle for us. I use Buckley's DM because it works to relieve my hacking cough. She uses it because it works fast. What we need to know is, how do you pronounce dextromethorphan? I don't know.
Buckley's. It tastes awful, and it works.
For the holidays, I'm giving free Fido to Fido calls because it's that time of year when you really want to stay close.
White or dark meat, Rosie?
Shirley, I've got another call.
Pass the salt, please. Did you hear the one about the cross-eyed gal?
Yes, I have. Do you have a girlfriend yet?
Kinda.
Did you hear the one about the cross-eyed gal?
Hello? What took you so long?
I couldn't find the corkscrew.
Did you hear the one about the 3 cheerleaders?
Dad, I'd like to make a toast.
I'll second that.
2 months of free Fido to Fido calls with any new activation of a monthly package. Regrettably, only from Fido.
Shopping for your wife?
Yeah, after what happened last year, I need to get her something really nice.
Thank you, sweetie.
Ta-da!
What? You think I'm fat?
No.
You know, we've got a lot of great gift ideas. Movies, digital cameras, plasma TVs.
Plasma. They're thin, right?
Thousands of possibilities. Get yours. Best Buy.
All right, welcome back again, everybody. 3-2 Canucks over Ottawa as Marcus Naslund scores the winner in overtime. And I'll tell you, there's all sorts of talk in the nation's capital that Jacques Martin's days with the Senators could be numbered. Word is GM John Muckler, big fan of emphasizing offense, doesn't like the way Martin's ultra-tight defensive system handcuffs his talented players. You also have to wonder about Martin's pregame speeches as the Sens have now allowed the opening goal in a club record 11 straight games. I called him Martin there once, didn't I? That was for the boys in Alberta. Canucks leading the league with 13 wins, 30 points off the opening faceoff. Trevor Linden sending in Magnus Arvidsson in alone, stopped by Patrick Lalime. What a homecoming that would have been for Magnus Arvidsson. Brent Sopel's point shot stopped by Lalime, loose puck in the slot. Somewhere in there it goes in. It actually went in off Mike Keene's skate, and yes, it counted Mike's second of this road trip, second of the season, 1-0 the Couve. Dan Cloutier made 11 saves in the first period, second period. Radek Bonk, his shot hits Cloutier right in the head. Check it out. The shot peeled the paint of Danny's helmet. 15 minutes into the second now. Daniel Sedin, the slumping Daniel Sedin, not anymore. The give and go with his brother Henrik. Daniel's first goal in 13 games, 2-0. Canucks. Martin Havlat stick now hits Merrick Malik in the face. Merrick would leave the game bloodied, but he sucked it up. Got back. Ottawa. gets on the board. Alfredson spins and shoots, tipped by Peter Schaefer, the ex-Canuck from Yellowgrass, Saskatchewan. 2-1 the score. Less than a minute later, Vancouver can't clear. Bad defense here, and Jason Spezza takes advantage of it. Ties the game at 2. Third period, Sens pressing again. Loose puck in the slot. Schaefer is stopped. Then Todd White scores. No, he doesn't. He hits the goal post, but man, did he ever come close. Check out that replay. Canucks respond to the pressure, though. Henrik Sedin finding Jason King, Patrick Lalime. Oh, the enormous save, Danny Galvin, or Dick River. In OT, Daniel Alfredson out from behind the net. Across the crease to Dino Chara. You got to be kidding me. Save of the year so far for Dan Cloutier. And that got the Canucks going. Off the face-off now. Sammy Salo's shot. Stop, loose puck in the slot. Marcus Naslin's got it. His 11th of the season. Did he kick that thing in? I don't know. Like the Keane goal, it counted. The Canucks edging Ottawa by a score of 3-2. Canucks win for just the second time in their last 8 trips to Ottawa. Cloutier, as in Dan, records career win number 100. Senators have now allowed, as I mentioned, the first goal in 11 straight games. That is a club record. Back now to Murph in the bowels of the Corral Center.
Thanks. I'm joined by the hero of the moment, Marcus Naslund. And first off, I'll just ask you the way this game ended. Did you know it hit you?
No, not really. I just tried to drive the net there and create some traffic. And I was actually looking for the rebound in the first place.
It was all set up by the great save by Dan Cloutier of Zdeno Chara just a couple minutes before that.
Yeah, no, it was. He's made some huge saves, and really threw the puck in, and yeah, I guess he hit the foot there.
After 2 losses in overtime, you guys now have 3 consecutive overtime victories. Is the 4-on-4 style something that suits this team?
Yeah, I think so. I think we have an offensive group that's pretty talented when they give us room. So, and the same thing goes with Ottawa too. They're a similar team, so it could have gone either way.
Marcus Naslund, 2 goals against the Habs the other night. The game winner tonight against Ottawa. Let's go back to the studio.
All right, thanks, Murph. The Leafs were without Alexander Mogilny, of course, for their game tonight against the Thrashers, which is something they better get used to. As we told you yesterday, Mogilny will be out of the Toronto lineup for 10 to 12 weeks after having hip surgery.
We had no indication that you know, that Alex's hip would go this early. We knew that there was some changes going on, but that there would be some time. You'd like to have him available to you, obviously, and this is the best thing for Alex to get this fixed up. It'll help him with his career going forward, and hopefully we'll be a pretty good team without him, and when he comes back, he'll slip right in and help us live our dreams.
It's tough luck for us. Alex has been it's great for us on and off the ice, and a great teammate. So anytime anyone goes down with injuries, and especially obviously Alex is very important for our team, it's up to the rest of us to pick up the slack.
Boy, and I tell you, if Alexander Mogilny's injury did make the Leafs sick, the Atlanta Thrashers' 3rd jerseys certainly did tonight. Thrashers, Leafs looking for their 3rd straight win. First period, Matt Stajan forces the turnover. Harold Grukin gets it to Owen Nolan. The twine bulges. Owen's 700th NHL point, 1-0 Buds. 2.5 minutes later, Leafs power play coming to an end. Darcy Tucker give and go with Stajan. Tucker will beat Nurminen here. 2-0 Maple Leafs after 1. Late second period, Brian Marchment claiming another victim. Charges into Mark Savard. Savard goes down. He had to be helped off. He would continue to play, as you will see. Third period, as a scrum develops, speaking of Mark Savard, lower right of your screen here. Tucker has Savard in a headlock. Savard bites his hand. Yes, there was some nail-biting action. It was a nail-biter tonight in Atlanta. And never mind. Owen Nolan adds an empty net goal, his 2nd tally of the game. Toronto upending Atlanta 3-1. Leafs win their 3rd in a row. Leafs score the first goal for the 6th consecutive game. Owen Nolan recording his 2nd multi-goal contest of the season. Back to Calgary. Avalanche-Flames. Flames looking to extend their season-high win streak to 4 games. First period already 1-0 Crimson on the power play, but it's Calgary that strikes. The former Av, Sean Donovan, the Sunshine Superman. Game tied at 1. Man, he's fast. Second period tied at 2. Calgary power play. Conroy to Leopold. Leopold. 3-2 Flames. Colorado answers on the power play. Joe Sakic. Gets Kiprasov down. You got to be kidding me. What a shot. Tied at 3. Another Flames power play. Timo Solani taking advantage of the Kiprasovian gaff. 4-3 Avalanche after 2. Timo's 6th. Third period. Flames come up flying. Stefan Yell. Marav, his shot is stopped, but Oleg Saprikin's in the rebound. Tied at 4. 5-4 Avs. Flames don't quit. Iginla. Back to Andrew Ference. Through traffic. Oh, he scores. Suddenly this game is tied at 5. They love it in southern Alberta. In overtime now. Alex Tanguay. The feed to Derek Morris. Derek Morris, former Flame, wins it for the Avalanche. Final score. Colorado 6, Calgary 5. Flames suffer their first loss in 4. Avs avoid losing their 3rd straight for the first time since last January. Alex Tanguay, 3 assists. He now takes over first place of the NHL in the NHL scoring race. Other news, Oilers D-man Eric Brewer is listed as day-to-day with a pulled groin. He will be re-examined tomorrow in Edmonton, but Brewer won't play tomorrow night against Colorado, so Bobby Allen has been recalled from the Toronto Roadrunners. As for the newest Oiler, Adam Oates, he's been given the option of playing tomorrow against Colorado, but Adam hasn't said yet if he feels ready to make his Edmonton debut. It's widely expected he will play, but it will be, as you might expect, a game-time decision.
I don't feel great yet, but obviously, feel a little better, get some more skates in. But I'm going to need some games anyways, and it's just when can you go in and actually do something and not set yourself back.
You don't want to put too many expectations or too high of expectations on a player that hasn't played in 5 or 6 months. So we're going to have to feel him in, but once he gets up to speed, he's going to help our power play, which needs help. He's going to help us in the face-off. All those things have been well documented. It's just a matter of time how quickly he gets up to speed.
Every guy wants to play, so of course I want to play, but I also, you got to be mature about it and smart about it and play when it's right. And, yeah, I'd love to come back, but if I come back and hurt myself, that won't be too smart either.
And it's still cold at Edmonton. As for New York's Anson Carter, x-rays on his right wrist don't show a fracture. However, there's still some concern because of the amount of swelling in the area that could hide an injury. Carter was expected to travel with the Rangers to Pittsburgh and will be re-evaluated tomorrow. All right, one other score we want to tell you. Again, Phoenix over L.A. by a score of 6-4. Now, in this game, Luc Robitaille of the Kings recorded his 700th career assist on Mike Camilleri's second period tally. John Busick's 813 assists and 1,369 points, the most ever by a left wing. Coyotes win for the first time in 8 meetings against L.A. Coming up, David and Victoria visit the Queen at Buckingham Palace. And Brian Baldinger checks in with his opinion on Michon. It's inside the red zone in a bit.
Are you spending your work hours surfing Sportsnet.ca? No? Well, you should. News, stats, discussion forums, great contests. It's much, much better than work.
No one knows Buckley's like the people who use it. So we thought who better to help us answer a few letters.
Dear Buckley's, the first time I tried your mixture, I was really surprised by the taste. I don't like it. But whenever I have a cold, I always end up taking Buckley's because it works. How did you know people would keep coming back? I guess because they couldn't care less how it tastes. They just wanted results.
Buckley's. It tastes awful, and it works.
Okay, now this one.
Oh. The Future Shop gift card. It can be whatever you imagine.
Excuse me. Hello?
Honey?
Let me check my PDA. Wednesday? Racquetball. Done.
Oh, here, take one with mine.
Just point and shoot.
With the Future Shop gift card, they'll get the gift they really want this holiday. The coolest new technology from Future Shop.
All right, we're gonna try and hit that water bottle with the new upgradable gravity bomb from Ratchet & Clank Going Commando. Go! Oh, way off.
The gravity Rocket Bomb. One of 51 weapons and gadgets not fit for this world. Rated T for teen.
Tough shave? New Neutrogena Razor Defense Face Lotion with soy and aloe. It instantly soothes dry skin after shaving and prevents damage caused by dryness. Defend yourself with new Neutrogena Razor Defense.
Introducing the Wild Mountain Combos from Wendy's. A hot, smoky Southwestern pepper sauce, Colby Jack, and bacon on a juicy hamburger, or on Wendy's spicy seasoned chicken filet. Now that's something to remember. Wendy's, it's better here.
Welcome back, everybody. 2 herniated discs will keep world downhill champ Melanie Turgeon off the World Cup circuit until at least mid-January. 27-year-old Quebec City product injured her back while training with the team in Vail, Colorado last week. She will spend at least the next month at home doing rehab work, missing the pair of downhills and a super giant slalom at Lake Louise next week.
It's hard to go through this, you know, for the last 10 years of my career, and I know what's ahead of me. I know it's a tough road that's ahead of me to do the rehab starting from, you know, point A. So it's tough because I've been down that road before and I have to do it again because it's something with herniated discs like that. It's something that you gotta continuously go back at doing. So it's tough.
The Lions knock off the Packers. The Dolphins romp in Big D as Week 13 of the NFL gets going a little early on this American Thanksgiving. Now, as far as Sunday's action goes, the marquee matchup is in Indy. The 9-2 Colts hosting the 9-2 Patriots. Mike Toth and Brian Baldinger have more as we go inside the Red Zone.
All right, Brian Baldinger joins us now for Inside the Red Zone. Now, as you know, Dinger, Darren Millard usually does this segment, but since he's become a big radio star, he doesn't talk to just anybody anymore, so it's my turn to talk to you. How do you feel about that?
Hey, Mike, I'm telling you, if he wants to big-time us, just to heck with him. Put him on the radio airwaves someplace. I want to talk to the guy that wants to talk to me, and that's you, Mike.
Yes, we are both inside the Red Zone. We're ready to go, so take that, Mr. Millard. Now, let's talk about a guy who's really gone big time. We're talking about Keyshawn Johnson. He was deactivated by Tampa Bay, but Keyshawn wasn't sitting on the sidelines. Oh, no. He shows up on the Fox pregame show, and a lot of the guys on that panel with Keyshawn were apparently pretty upset that Keyshawn was there with them.
Well, of course. I mean, you know, these guys represent the fabric and the integrity of the league. Guys like Jimmy Johnson, Howie Long, Terry Bradshaw. They don't want to play with a guy that's all about me and doesn't respect the head coach. That's not the way they were raised. That's not what they believe in. So they had issues and questions for Keyshawn, and I don't think, to be honest with you, they did a good enough job of really grilling him. And then I don't think Keyshawn did a good job of explaining what was really bugging him inside.
Let's focus on the field because we have a marquee game, no question about it, this Sunday. New England goes into Indianapolis, and the Patriots riding a 7-game winning streak. Brian, how do you see this one breaking down?
Well, they're the hottest team in the league for a reason. They play lights-out defense, and it's very difficult to get a handle on where they're coming from with the blitzes and the pressures. And then Tom Brady is just becoming a very, very cool customer. When the game is on the line, I don't know if you want anybody else in the league right now besides Tom Brady to get in there and run your offense and bring you from behind or win a game for you. So they've got it working on both sides of the ball, and I think that's going to be really the issue on Sunday. Can Indianapolis really score and drive the ball against that defense? And then what do they do to stop Tom Brady right now? Because when the ball's in his hands, it's like magic is happening.
Well, that sounds great. Now, unless Millard goes big time with his big time theme he's got going, we'll try and twist his arm and get him to talk to you again next week, Brian.
Mike, I'm happy right here with you.
Well, sounds good. Thanks, Dinger. Well, maybe we'll talk together next week. We'll see you then.
All right, buddy. See you next week.
Inside the Red Zone with Brian Baldinger. Brought to you by Money Mart. Can't wait till payday? Get a fast cash advance. Check it out at moneymart.ca.
Colts QB Peyton Manning is expected to play Sunday against New England after an MRI at his right elbow revealed no damage. Tony Dungy said he expects Manning to throw again on Friday. Peyton hurt his throwing arm Wednesday during a morning walkthrough. He has never missed a start in his 6-year NFL career. Michael Vick will be in uniform Sunday. The Falcons QB won't start, but he will back up Doug Johnson when Atlanta visits Houston. The 23-year-old practiced for the second straight day today and reported no problems. Vick, of course, has been sidelined since breaking his right leg in the preseason. Still no word from Curt Schilling on whether or not he will waive his no-trade clause and join the Red Sox. On Monday, the Sox and D-backs agreed on a deal that would bring Schilling to Boston, but the 37-year-old right-hander wants a contract extension before he okays the deal. Boston GM Theo Epstein met with Schilling in Arizona yesterday, and a decision is expected tomorrow.
Great save, Tuche! Unbelievable!
Oh, we're going to save the show with the plays of the day.
How to dress to impress. Crown Royal.
For flicks.
Yeah, that DVD's awesome. Get you front and center for the Rolling Stone shows.
That's how strong my love is. That's how strong my love is.
Get 4 Flicks, the ultimate live Rolling Stones DVD box set with an exclusive free sticker. Available only at Best Buy. Thousands of possibilities. Get yours.
For the man who'd do anything for more meat, we present the new Big Harv. 6 beefy ounces cooked over a blackened grill and served on one lucky bun. Harvey's, long live the grill.
So, is the picture as good as they say?
Yeah.
It's gotta be, right? It's digital.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, these channels aren't all digital. Hey! Hey, buddy!
Most digital cable isn't digital, not on every channel. But Bell Express View Satellite TV is.
Hey, hey! Whoa, hey! Where's my digital? You didn't think I'd notice? It's digital, right? Every channel.
Bell Express View Satellite TV.
Vince Carter and the Raptors. Tracy McGrady and the Magic. The Home Depot Raptors basketball. Tonight at 8.
All right, it's bad enough that goaltenders put their bodies in front of dangerous, life-threatening projectiles on a regular basis. It also doesn't help that everyone out there wants to reduce the size of their equipment. Now, along comes an invention that's going to do an outstanding job of driving home the fact that a netminder just screwed up. Here's Ian Mendez.
Well, about 10 years ago, watching hockey, I was having a hard time following where the puck was and when the goal was being scored, and noticed that a lot of the players and fans